Alright.
All right, so good evening, everyone. How are you all doing? Happy weekend. Happy Sunday from wherever you are listening and watching us from. As we all know, this is Fisheries Up Initiative. Yes, you are the reason we are here for you. Fishery students, undergraduates, postgraduates, we are here for you. Well, today's section is specifically for the undergraduate students, and please, all our viewers, home and abroad, please confirm if you can hear me so I will know I'm not speaking to myself alone. Please, in the chat, confirm if you can hear me. Wow, what's going on? We don't have any viewers. What's going on?
I'm
I
coming.
believe we've made enough publicity.
Um, I think they can see. I think let's just go on. I want to believe. Yeah.
I want to believe we all can see and hear me clearly. Yes, I want to believe that you all can see and hear me clearly. So, today's webinar is going to be based on um our undergraduate webinar. Yes, as we all know, we are Fish Lead Org Initiative, the initiative that was established to encourage fishes and aquaculture in students, more of undergraduates, even the postgrad, just to encourage them that you can find your niche, you can find your own placement, that you are not a mistake being in the fishes and aquaculture department or sector, but you can do exploits. It can also make impact in it. And what I want us to know is when it comes to agriculture generally, people don't take it with because it is mostly what we take in. It is what we take in. So it is going to tell us how our body system is going to be in the next 2 to 3 years. Let's look at example someone that feeds on food poisoning, poison food almost every day. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, the person will have start developing symptoms of food poisoning, which is very harmful to the system. So that is to tell you and encourage you that you are not in this field by error, you are not in this field by mistake, but you are in this field to make impact and do exploit. Emphasis on impact. There's a difference from doing, there's a difference from just doing and making impact. You can just be doing, but here we are here to encourage you not just to do your show up for showing up, but show up and show off for impact because it is what is impacted in the life of people and your community. That is what is going to build on and on and on, and your name would never be erased from the history of people that impacted in agriculture field. And when I'm talking about impact, it doesn't have to be your names to be under Forbes, under 30, under 40. Start from your own community. Start from your own space. It doesn't have to be something big for a start. I think that's what most people usually don't get. They believe that I want to do this, I want to own a fish farm, they want to start big. Me personally, I believe in starting small, growing big. As long as you are positive, you have your goals and vision align with what you are doing. Don't worry, very soon it's going to kick off. So today's um webinar series is mostly for the undergraduates. Yeah, it's mostly for the undergraduates and even the graduates can also benefit from it because I believe nobody is above learning. And the theme for today says beyond the classroom, making the most of your undergraduate years in fisheries and aquaculture, beyond the four walls of your classroom, beyond the landscape of your tertiary institution, making the most of your undergraduate years in fisheries and aquaculture. That is to say, how you can stand out beyond just your school environment, in how you can make impact beyond being an SPG president or beyond being a departmental president in your field or in the industry. So today we have our own person here, the the pioneer of fish lead up. Yes, it's a very great honor to have him on board. We have our pioneer in the person of Mr. Pelumi Okeojo. Yes, we have our own special person. We are here today because of him. We are here because he envisioned this dream and he wants to make it a reality. He did not just keep the dream to himself, but he said, let let me share to other people that will be beneficial from this dream. And here we are today. So I'll be reading his profile for you. This person is not an ordinary person, no. Okay. Okay, Ojo Pelumi is a passionate and young aquaculture professional with strong interest in both fish farming business and aquaculture research, specifically aquaculture nutrition, sustainable fish feed development, and nutrigenomics. He is the founder and team lead of Fish Lead Up, a youth-centered initiative committed to raising and empowering future leaders in fisheries and aquaculture across Africa through mentorship, training, and career orientation. His research and academic contributions span suitable aquafeed, aquaponic systems, catfish hatchery management, and fish health, with several journal publications, conference conference paper, and peer-reviewed works to his name. As an undergraduate, Okeahojo maximized his student years by combining classroom learning with hands-on practical experience, such as internships, small-scale fish farming, and research projects. Efforts that not only provided financial support during his studies, but also positioned him for national and international recognition. He is a recipient sorry, he is a recipient of several prestigious grants, scholarships and awards, including the Peter Spillett Memorial Award from Institute of Fisheries Management in 2024, Janice Lynn Fenske Memorial Award, American Fisheries Society 2024, Sullivan Award, International Fisheries Section of American Fisheries Society 2023, Aquaculture Association of Canada Student Travel Award 2023, and multiple travel and training grants from the Fisheries Society of British Isles, American Fisheries Society, and others. Ojo has also presented his work at international conferences, including the World Fish Congress and the American Fisheries Society annual meetings and the International Symposium on Aquatic Animal Health. Beyond research, Odu contributes to global knowledge advancement as a reviewer for international journals and has earned certificates of excellence in reviewing for his commitment. His journey shows the power of starting early, seeking practical exposure, and leveraging opportunities as a student. Through his stories and platforms like FeedUp, Ojo is committed to inspiring and equipping the next generation of aquaculture leaders to drive fish production, job creation, poverty alleviation, and food security in Africa and beyond. So we have our team lead here in person of Mr. Ojo Pelumi. So he's not going to be just be speaking from theory alone. He'll be speaking in practical aspect, making his life an example for us. And I want to implore us, every one of us that are on this platform, please take every lesson serious. Every word, every bit goes a long way. It's going to be useful for you and useful for me as well. So, Mr. Okaojo, good evening, sir. Can you confirm if you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Madam
Okay, good
Eniola.
evening, sir. So we celebrate and we appreciate your works towards fishes and aquaculture industry. Thank God for you. So you have the floor, sir.
All right. Thank you, our dear program lead and our moderator for today. I'm so happy to be here, and it's a privilege. I do not take it for granted. I believe we can hear me. Please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me, our viewers. So I'm sorry, initially I was battling with coming up, because of maybe network or my laptop. So the something was just rolling. I just have to switch to my phone. So apology for that. Our time is fast spent, and just like I said, um, it's going to be more of sharing my story. Okay, thank you. It's going to be more of sharing my story, and then uh, what's my journey so far in aquaculture, and then what is expected. I restricted when I was writing the bio. I intentionally restricted it to those things, by the help of God, I was able to do when I was an undergraduate student. You know, and after that, I graduated not quite long. That should be uh, November 2024 on the 17th. That was my what's it called now? Graduation from the university. So, and I was able to maximize the journey, so far. And if there's anything I'm hoping for some of us, especially for undergraduate students who are members of Fisheries, is that we can do much more better. So initially, I didn't sought admission to study fisheries and aquaculture. I sought admission to study microbiology at the Federal University of Technology, Akure. But fate had a different plan and pushing me towards fisheries and aquaculture. And if there's any one of the, I used to say it, I think I've mentioned it here. One of the best things that has happened to me is that I'm studying fisheries and aquaculture. Now as a postgraduate student, I'm now focusing mainly on aquaculture, and so I'm still a student. So it's one of the best things that has happened to me. I don't know, maybe if I had studied microbiology, the recognition, national and international, the opportunities, and where I am today, and the confidence I have of where I am going is possible. I don't have it in that field. So I count it worthy and a privilege to have found myself here. So the journey started in the year 2018 when I got admission to Fisheries and Aquaculture Department at the Federal University of Technology, Akure. So as I said earlier, I've not even heard of fisheries and aquaculture before. I knew there's a course in the university called agriculture. So, but I never heard of fisheries and aquaculture until when I saw my, what's it called now? Is it jam caps? It was an uncle that checked it for me. In fact, fortunately, God intentionally arranged it, because if I have seen it first, I most likely to decline. But the uncle saw it, accepted it, and sent it to me and said, "Oh, you were giving fishes and aquaculture, and I've accepted." I said, "Wow, what was that?" It's until then I now began to, I'm a Christian, so I began to pray. Which kind of course is this? And then I accepted it, and there's a passage of the scripture that motivated me that whatever your hand findeth doing, you do it diligently with all your heart. So that was what motivated me, that okay, if I am going to give my time to study this course, then I must give in all my best. I remember one of the determination I made was that both in the academic part and also the professional part, the practical part, I will be a sought after somebody. That even my mates, those who are ahead of me, my senior colleagues, will be coming to me, to make inquiries, to ask questions. And may I tell you, it happened. I remember when I was in the university, 400 level, 500 level, lecturers will be directing postgraduate students to me, to guide them, to assist them in their projects, and in one way or the other. So, and academically, yes, I didn't graduate with first class, but it's a story for another day. But I know I am fulfilled and I'm still fulfilling. So I'm in the right path. I'm very sure of that. So 2018 and 2019 we resumed to school. 2019 100 level, I was just my focus was on the academic part. I want to read, I want to have A's. We're still doing general courses. You know, 2020 I was in 200 level and the corona break came. That should be around March. I'm just giving a story now before I went home. I came from a village in Ekiti State, and I was just going to farm. Then I began to make inquiry online, with my small phone on Facebook. I began to search fish farming. It brought several fish farmers group. I began to join, and as at May, I was still at home. I began to type to those groups on Facebook. Oh, I'm a fisheries student, and I want to. If you have a farm, I want to intern. I want to learn this and that. I remember, fortunately, there was a man very close to my community, just maybe a vehicle, a tip fare of then it was around 100 naira, so two and for 200 naira. So he was in one of the group and he sent, oh, I'm in so place and some guys are coming to come and do pond for me. So if you are interested, then I pick up the number, I called, I went that day. Some guys from a far distance, they came. That was my first hands-on experience when it comes to aquaculture. How the guy was measuring the pond layout, and they started digging. I joined them. In fact, he paid me a little. I joined them for 3 days. That's my first pond construction. In fact, I think it's until late. If I'm being able to show my if I was able to use my laptop, I was planning to show you my CV. I think until recently, when my CV was so long, entering 6 pages, I just began to remove some things. The pond construction was the first thing, my first experience, and it has been on my CV since then. I learned from the guy how to measure pond layout, how to, different strategies. Then I've not started taking the departmental courses. And I remember I learned that either 3 to 5 days I was with them. Then in the process, I also learned that a friend, he saw my post in one of the Facebook group. He's still in Ibadan till today. So he posted, oh, we met in I've been to Uni Abuja. So we met in Uni Abuja until we separated. So he left even before I left Uni Abuja, and he went to study aquaculture and fisheries at one college of education, college of agric in Akure, Federal College of FECA. So he was now managing, he's still there till today, he's managing a farm in Ibadan. He saw my post and he said, oh, I'm in Ibadan, this also. So after spending maybe 3 to 5 days with the guy doing the pond construction, I left for Ibadan. In fact, I began to make posts on Facebook on the pond construction. Began to make. I was in Ibadan when I began to get contracts on pond construction. I remember the first place I went was Ikirun in Osun State, and I remember I spent 3 days there. I went with a friend, and I hired some other all these Aboki people to join me. With the little experience I got from that place, just 3 to 5 days, I leveraged on it. I positioned myself. I presented myself as a professional in pond construction. The guy was also a young boy. Wanted to venture into aquaculture, fish farming. So I constructed a pond with baggings and everything. So that's how the journey started. And getting to a time, I began that same 2020. I began to, what can I do differently? I was at home. What can I do differently as a student of fisheries and aquaculture? And making searching online, searching on on Google. That's how I came across American Fisheries Society. Then I applied for a membership waiver. I want to check. Let me check my CV if it's still there. That was the opportunity that paid for my membership with American Fisheries Society. Okay, OLAF International and Indigenous Membership Award. That was 2020. I applied, and I think January 2021 they replied that my application was successful, and that particular opportunity paid for my membership with American Free Society. I think membership fee for students should be over $200. So they paid for it. I became a member, and as a member, I began to see, oh, what can I do? As a member, I was active. Their webinars I was learning, and when opportunity came, the student section of American Free Society to sponsor a student for a conference, I applied. Unfortunately, I got it. That should be 2021. Yes, it's on my CV. Students Undergraduate Travel Assistance Award 2021. Travel support by education section of American Fisheries Society. Yes. So the education section and the student section is the same of American Fisheries Society. Then it was $500, and I think then dollars was still a dollar was around maybe 500 naira, because I remember I exchanged it to 250,000 Nigeria naira. So from there, I got a laptop, I got a better phone, moving. I began to see, what can I do? What can I do? I joined membership. I remember as at the time I was graduating, I was a member of 9 professional societies, nationally and internationally. I attended conferences, maximized internship. Those are things I will be speaking on. So that was how my journey began, and until I graduated. Majority of the opportunities I've gotten till now was when I was an undergraduate. You know, I think I sent a link to of my post when I was having my Viva last year. A post on LinkedIn. Those things I've been able to do. Online courses, over I think around over 20 online and physical, over 20 certifications, both online and physical. Attended 11 conferences. I presented in 9 of them. Even when I didn't know anything. I remember the first presentation I did. It was a conference in India. The person, they saw my post, seeing my post on LinkedIn and all of that, and they just approached me. Can you speak on aquaculture in Nigeria and this? So I took it up. I said no. Then I've never made any presentation physically and virtually. I took it up. I said, yes, I can do it. I just began to gather papers. Thank God for my academic advisor. I think that's one of the things I was speaking to under networking. How you must maximize, mentors. I went to him. He said, okay, put some things together, and he corrected. He put me through. He went through my practice and all of that. And when the day of the conference, I couldn't join physically, I joined virtually. I presented. Wow, I connected with people, and those connections, those networkings, they are still of great advantage to me today. In fact, some of our mentors at Fish Leader, who are internationals, Dr. Stephen Richley, associate professor at Mississippi State University, I met him in one of the webinars of American Free Society. Ian Whereby, I met him through Institute of Fisheries Management. I think he mentioned it when we were having our onboarding session, and several other people in aquaculture. I met them when I was an undergraduate student. So, the time of being an undergraduate student is beyond. It's not just about attending classes, preparing for exams and writing exams and tests and then getting certificates that can help you to land a job. No, it's beyond that. The tertiary institution is a place for all-round development. All-round development. You must develop yourself. your academics, which is the primary reason why you are there, then your self-development. Your self-development. So I will speak, the title, the theme for this webinar is talking about beyond classroom, how you need to maximize. But nevertheless, I will still speak to academics. I will still speak to academics because that's the primary reason why you are there. So, and I'm going to encourage you, if you can finish with a good grade, let me say if you can finish with, if you have the, for our members who are still 100 level, 200 level students, even sometimes 300 level, if you can finish with first class, please do. Yes, as much as I've been speaking basically on self-development, but may I tell you that good grade, good CGPA still open doors for children of nobody. That's the fact. So you must not look down on your CGPA and say, oh, one of the things that bets this hub is that I discovered that the reason why some students also they don't do well in their academics, especially in this field, fisheries and aquaculture, is because they don't see a purpose for themselves here. So they take the academics nonchalantly, hoping that, oh, at the end of the day, I'm going to just go to another direction entirely different from fisheries and aquaculture. And in the long run, the field, the sector is losing young people that can bring innovation and vibrancy to the field. So now on academics, please, you don't take it for granted. You don't take it for granted. You don't look down on your CGPA. Yes, it still makes way for people. It still makes way. For some of us, maybe those who are already at a higher level and your CGPA is not. Yes, maybe you can see that, oh, what I'm going to have with this is to play draw. There's what we call draw. That's maybe 2-2. So, well, yes, that's not the end of life. You can make up, when you graduate, or even while you are still there, you can still make up, And how do you make up is by some of the things I'll be mentioning tonight. I'll be speaking on. I've shared briefly my story, how what few things I've been able to do. Then I have points here, but I'm still saying you don't take your academics for granted. You study hard. You don't live your life for chances. And just, no, let me just no. You must give in your best to your academics. While you are also giving your best to your academics, you don't just focus. I think I'm going to the main thing now. You don't just focus on, oh, all I want to do is to just let me go for classes, let me prepare for my tests and exams, let me take practicals and all of that. You must see beyond that. You must invest on developing yourself, especially in this field. There are numerous opportunities, rich opportunities outside there as an undergraduate, and even after you graduate, that what you are going to leverage on are those things you've been able to do while you are an undergraduate student. So, and that's on the part of self-development. So you must know that the earlier you start building your career, the better. The earlier, what will put food on your table is your career. Is your career. And the earlier you start building it, the better. The earlier you start building it, the better. And I noticed something here that in fisheries and aquaculture, the same thing with every other career path, you build a global career. You build a global career. That is a career, that will be recognized anywhere in the world. What do I mean by that? That is when I'm speaking about taking up internships, doing online courses, majorly on the part of internships, you must have a global mindset. In fact, for us to find ourselves in this field is a privilege. Food is a global concern. So, and aquaculture is the fastest growing sector, food sector. We have seen what is the potential of aquaculture and fisheries in contributing to the global hunger, in eradicating global hunger and food insecurity. So we are one of the fisheries and aquaculture is one of the needed sector, that can meet the global needs. So when you're also building your career, you must have a global mindset. That is, as you be taking up internships, you don't just take up internships alone, I'm not going to look down on. You don't just take internships alone from just small farmers, backyard farmers, or let me say farms. You also consider farms that are standard, farms that can issue certificates for you. You don't just take up courses from unrecognized sites, unrecognized platforms. You must have a global mindset. So you must build your career with a global mindset. You build your career with a global mindset. That is a career that is accepted anywhere in the world. That you are, it's not just in your CV, you have something to back it up. You have a certificate to back it up. You have something to tell that, oh, I did an internship, I interned with so farm, so organization, so you have something to back what you are saying up. So firstly, on self-development that I'm going to be speaking about is the internships. You must intern. I remember from my, I think I was in 200 level, January 2021, that I resumed back to school, to FUTA. I didn't go home. I didn't set my eyes on my parents. My siblings used to come around. I didn't see my parents until, is it June? I think June or July 2025. January 2021, I left home. I didn't go back to that house until July 2021 or 2025. I'm not saying you should go in that direction. My holidays, all those 8 month strikes, whatever strikes, it is for internship. Even before the break, the holiday comes, I already have places I want to go. I was taking up internships here and there, learning, volunteering, and many other things, contributing to taking up tasks in farms free of charge. I remember farms that I worked, I was used. One of my boss here, Mr. Sejiro, will say, if you are not used, you can't be useful. Yes, so it's somewhat correct. Those days of taking, you must give in for internships. You must be ready to serve. In the process of serving, I remember even those days, international internship, they will be asking, what can you give? As much as you are coming to learn, then you must also be ready to give. You must be ready to serve. You must be ready to give back. So if you are in this field and you want to learn, you must be ready to get your hand wet. You must be ready to enter pond. You must be ready to do a lot of things. And you must see them as fun. You don't see them as, oh, this problem. So internship as an undergraduate student is something you must not take for granted. You don't just spend your holiday. No, just, if your holiday is a month, maybe at least 2 weeks. Dedicate 2 weeks to intern with a farm, with an organization related to fisheries and aquaculture. All these things will make up your story later. I can't go, if I'm writing my SOP, writing my personal statement, I don't need to risk, oh, I have a lot to write. I have a lot to write. I have a lot to write because I have my story. I have my story. So internships is a key. Is a key. You must spend your holiday, to intern. There are farms. You make findings, you make inquiry, ask people. I want to do this. Just like I said, I didn't know anybody then. I've not even heard about fishes and aquaculture until I just went to Facebook, just begin to search fish, and it brought out fish farmers group, and I began to join. I began to post. So you can do all that. In fact, these days we have diverse farms that are standard, that will cost you little or nothing for you to. Most of my internships, all my internships as an undergraduate, I was not paid until I think there was one professor then who had a milling, how should I put, a fish feed producing lab. It's was he's still in Futa now. Then one of the time I interned with him and I learned how to operate. That was the first time I learned how to operate extruding machine. So he was using it. He was actually producing for his own farm. So he was not depending on foreign feed. He was using his own local feed made by himself. So maybe unless that okay, when we do night, he used to give me maybe 1,000 naira, but every other internships were free. I was used and I never regretted it. Today I can't anywhere, one of the things we'll be doing here is also, to do trainings. There's all of those farms, I maintain a good contact. I had a good record with them. We can't, for fish lead up now, if you want to do any training, I have farms I can call and gladly, with little or no pay, they will be glad to receive our students. So, and all of this happened when I was an undergraduate. So as an undergraduate student, you don't joke with internship. You don't just sit down with lectures, write exams, you go home and you come back. No, 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 no. Internship is one of the way to maximize your undergraduate years. As a fisheries and aquaculture, those things were exposed. I remember as I then was when I, okay, sorry. As I then was when I, please, I want to be sure, can you hear me? Okay, so was when I learned, through internship was when I learned fish breeding, more about pond construction, fish breeding, fish rearing, and those are things I leverage on for financial support throughout my undergraduate. I remember there are people, staffs who are not in our department. I was the one consulting for them. They had fish farms in their backyard. In fact, at the Futa Health Center, I remember there was a woman, she's retired now. She was the head nurse. Another man who was the assistant to the coordinator. I don't know what they use now at the lab. I was the one consulting for them. So they just pick me up. Oh, but I have this issue with my farm. I want to sell my fish. I want to stock. Those are how I was beginning to get money. And how did I get those skills? It was through internship. Sometimes I would go to their houses. When I'm coming back as a student, they will give me food stuff after paying me. After paying me. When I go to the health center, I don't pay that I'm queuing as a student. I go straight to them. If it's the doctor I want to see, the head nurse or any of them will be the one to take me directly to the doctor's office. And some other staff in the university, I was the one consulting for them. Even though they were doing small scale, but yet those opportunities, there are days I'll be coming, it might be 4,000, it might be 5,000. When they want to sell fish, it's another opportunity. When they are buying fish seeds, it's another opportunity for me to make money. I manage a lot of projects, projects of over 1 million. They want to, pond construction. In fact, it got as at my 500 level, I don't do pond again. When I collect contracts, I hire people. I will be taking lectures, doing every other thing while people are working for me somewhere else. And as they are working, there is a percentage apart from my money as for consultancy. On every pond they are digging, there is an amount coming to my purse. There's a particular amount coming to my pocket. And how did I get these skills? I got them earlier, 200 level, 300 level, when I was, through internship, when I was learning. Fish breeding, I go to farms to breed for people. It depends on how do you need me. Do you just need me to come and strip, to come and inject and strip, and then or do you need me to go further to maintain your fry for maybe for a week, for 2 weeks? I've seen cases. I partner with the farm. They say, okay, I can't be here and collecting salary. It's going to be on percentage. If I'm going to be the one to do the breeding and all of that, then at least after we sell out, maybe 20%, 25% based on agreement will be mine. So if we are selling 20, 30 or 40,000 fish seeds, then if it's 50 naira, so the 20% will be for me as the breeder. So how did I get all of this? I got them through internship. When I was serving, when I was learning, I maximized my holidays to learn. And by the time I got to 400 level, 500 level, I was already, yes, even till today, presently I'm still on internship, learning keeps going. But as at the undergraduate level, those are things I'm maximizing. So as an undergraduate student, you must not joke with internship. You must not joke with internship. Then another point here on self-development is also learning online. You must learn online. There are aquaculture and fisheries related courses on FAO learning. There was one, I think I sent it to the group. Is it blue? I can't remember. I wanted to search for it. I forgot. Blue, I can't, is maybe blue, maybe is blue. I sent the platform to the group. They are internationally recognized platforms that you can learn, even courses that are directly related to fisheries and aquaculture, that you can take up courses on fish health, courses on fish feed formulation, fish feed management, water quality, name them. So this is one of the things you must do. You must take time to learn. As you learn physically, learn online. I've said earlier that you must build your career on with global mindsets. There is no way you can present FAO certificate that it will not be recognized. And these courses are free. There are courses, free courses. There are others in other platforms that you can take at at a cheaper, very little money. So you must give yourself to learning. You must give yourself to learning. You can also make use of Udemy, Coursera, and another platform to learn data analysis, project management, leadership skills. These are some of the things, especially if you are going in the route of graduate studies, these are some of the things you'll be asked. In fact, even for your personal use, I don't expect any of you now, you want to do your final year project, you are still running around, who will do your data analysis? What have you been doing with your undergraduate before you got to that stage? You should have learned some of those things. I remember in my final year, that's one of the way I made money from my mates. Majority of them, I was the one running the analysis for them. Little, putting it together. So you must learn Excel, SPSS. I think I listed some. SPSS, MS Project, MATLAB. These are softwares that you must learn how to use. And you can learn them at least for basic use online, free of charge. You can learn them for the basic use free of charge. Even for the advanced, that little or no pay, they are, I believe, like Coursera and Udemy, they are offered a waiver, some percentage of waiver. So it's worth investing your money. It's worth investing your time. As an undergraduate student, don't limit yourself to classes. These are things you must do. These are things that position you well for future opportunities. You want to go in the route of graduate studies, and you are approaching a supervisor, a professor. Oh, I want to be. He will be asking, what do you have to offer? What do you have to offer? So you must maximize your undergraduate studies, online learning. You must seek knowledge excellently. I put it here. You must seek knowledge. You don't just seek knowledge anyhow. Excellently. You must seek knowledge excellently. You must build your career. You must plan for the future. You don't live your life to chances. You don't live your career to chances. No. You must be global in your mindset. So online learning, internships is another point. The first point I mentioned, online learning, making use of platform, FAO e-learning, I think the name of the platform is Blue Jobs. They are dedicated to aquaculture courses that you can take in every area in fisheries and aquaculture. So you must maximize these opportunities that are available for you. So another point, that will be the last point I'll be speaking on, is networking. Is networking. You know, networking. You must also maximize your undergraduate days to network. I was saying it, some of our mentors in Fish Leader who are international, I met them, through webinars. When I attend webinars, I don't just attend for fun. I don't just attend for, as I'm there to learn, I'm also there to network. I'm even talking about virtual attendance now. Sometimes I intentionally ask questions to draw attention to myself. I say, oh, I'm from Nigeria, just to get attention. Whosoever was invited to speak, please, can I have your email address? Can I have your social? Can I connect with you on LinkedIn? I would like to, you network. Networking is also a key. It's one of the things you must leverage on. The present internship I'm doing at Search Farms is sponsored by World Initiative for Soil and Human Health. The time I applied around, that should be March, and I just saw, I think maybe 70, just a short notice, maybe a week thereabouts, and over 70 people has applied. And by the time they just need 10 people, by the time we were 13, if I'm right, I was shortlisted for interview. And after the interview, I went I got to know the name of the country rep for Wish, and I messaged him on LinkedIn that, oh sir, after the interview, that, oh sir, I'm interested in this and that. And he was now the one telling me that, oh, so person recommended you. I never knew. By the time, in fact, I don't even know the person. I went to Google I Googled the name of the person. I now saw that he's the African director for that particular organization. He's the director for Africa for that organization. I said, wow. When did I now began to remember, oh, there was a time I met this person. There was a time I sent my CV to their something. And when I checked my email, I have to send messages, and I saw that as of January 2025, I sent my email to that organization. So since January, they have recommended me for a program that was to come up in April. And how did I meet these people? It was online. So networking, I've been following, and that's one of the things you must do. Networking, you don't be on social media. I think those are one of the points just some of you are on social media on different platforms. All you do is just to watch reels, to repost other people's posts. What about your own? All those you are following, they are people outside your field of study. How do you want to learn? 90% of your connection should be people in your who your people of interest to you. People in the industries, people in academia, now in fisheries and who are related to fisheries and aquaculture. You can industries that are related, organizations in fisheries and aquaculture. You can see the updates. What is the latest things happening in the field? What is the upcoming conferences? What are the upcoming conferences? What is the latest development about fish? What are the latest aquaculture practices? But if you are not connected to them, how will you see their posts? Even when they post opportunities, job opportunities, aqua, this and that, they post job opportunities. They post those professors, they post about needing a graduate student in their lab. If you are not connected to them, how do you see them? I've seen some opportunities that it was just dropped maybe 2 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. And some that they are for me, I took them, and sometimes after a week, after 2 weeks, I'm just seeing them in other groups that I belong. But imagine if I'm not following those organizations, how will I say, I will just be seeing it after 2 weeks that it was posted. So networking, you must maximize networking. So okay, I spoke on online and social media. You follow people in your field of study, you connect with them, you look at what they have done. You are on LinkedIn. In fact, if there's any platform that all of us must belong, every one of you as a member, you must belong to LinkedIn. If you have an Android phone, you must. It's a professional platform that you must belong. And you are not just being there, you post. You must make your voice known. You let people, even on Facebook, on what's it called, X, all these platforms, post about fish. Let people know you. You must be proud of your course of study. I remember I did an interview and they were asking us, okay, drop your what's it called, your social media handles, and they wanted to check what have you been posting. They wanted to check, are you really passionate about this field? Because if you are passionate, definitely you'll be posting about it. So these are things you must maximize. As an undergraduate student, you must maximize this. You must maximize this. I put it here, you must also have a good relationship with your lecturers and your senior colleagues. Some people, after they graduated, that's all. Until when they now need recommendation letter, a lecturer they have not greeted for for, in fact, some people, even their supervisor, they don't have relationship. You must maximize. You will need them either you like it or not, depending though. But you must have a good relationship. I know, there are lecturers who are so, very bad and all of that, but there are still some who are very good, who are welcoming, who are willing, to share their mind with you. I remember that's one of the things that has shaped my career. Mentorship. Thank God for Dr. Gbadamoshi Oluyemi. He has made a lasting impact in my career that I can never forget. But it didn't just started. I remember those days, it was just that we were just coming to the department and, oh, I am open and you can come to my office, you can this and that. Then I took up the opportunity. We'll be going for lectures. He was not even, I will branch to his office. Good morning, sir. I will take broom, sweep his office. He didn't call me to come and sweep. Oh. I will go there, I will sweep. Do this, gradually. He was watching me until it got to a level that I have my own spare key to his office. I did my overnight readings there. Can you see how much relationship or trust for a lecturer to release his office key? Not even in a general place, is in a building that is for professors, not just it's not a general building where the departments are. It's a building, another building, for professors, that even before you can enter there are securities outside your eyes. So you must have a good relationship with your lecturers, with your senior colleagues. I remember there's when I was 100 level, 200 level, I began to ask those who are doing well in our ahead of me. I make friends with them. I ask questions. I was in 200 level. I already have materials for 300 level, 400 level, 500 level. From those people I made friends with. So when we are in holiday and my mates, as we don't even know the courses we'll be doing, we don't have material. I had them already, both hard copies and soft copies. So networking is also a key that you must do as an undergraduate student. You connect with people related to your course of study online. You go and check their profile, check what they have done. Those are things that also inform you of what to do. Oh, so there is a organization called this. Oh, this person did this course and he did it in this platform. I will go and check, is the course still available? Can I also do it? Those are things that inform me. So These are things you must also do. Check people's profile, check what they are doing, check what they have done. Also check if you can do them. Oh, this person won this opportunity, he had this opportunity. Has that opportunity closed? When will that opportunity be available again? Can I apply? If I'm going to apply, what are the needed things? Can I get them down? So networking is a key. Follow organizations and industries that relate to you. Connect with their staffs. Connect with their staffs. For when I was an undergraduate there, outside the country, I got internships. It's just because of where the client we find ourselves. Issue of visa. I've got funding for US. I've got funding 3 times to attend conferences, fully funded. But visa, they thought, oh, if you maybe the consular or whatever, I thought if you go, you may not come back. It just got to a time I said, oh, I'm not doing this again. Fully funded. I remember there was a time too for Canada. That's what was mentioned in my CV association, Aquaculture Association of Canada. Funded. I had to now attend virtually, and they paid for all those travels that didn't what was not successful. All my expenditure, what I spent was paid for. I've seen conferences online that I attended, and I was given $100 to attend, to buy data, to get data and make myself available. I don't even think I spent up to 10,000 naira on data then. So, but how did I come across all of this is that I maximized them. I was available online, and when I presented my CV, they saw, oh, they have something to track and say, yes, this person is really interested in this field. He has a future here. It didn't started like that. I told you when I was just starting, it's just after my primary school, secondary school, in my CV, the next thing is this fish pond construction. That for fish pond construction, I didn't start it. So you are here as, oh, you can start where you are. You can start today. Start building yourself. Start building yourself. So what's okay? I think I've spoken about that. Posting online, you post things that are related. You don't just keep sharing other people's posts. Post about fish. If you don't even go to what's it called, go to AI, put your mind there, let AI help you to reshape it very well. Post it, let people know you for something, let people know you with fish, let people know that you are studying fishes and aquaculture. When opportunity comes, they will come to you. Oh, they will remember, oh, this person is studying fishes and aquaculture, he might. But when they don't know, how will they send the links for opportunities? Then they want to say in a community, oh, our chairman, the governor is doing this, empowering students in fishes. But when even your relatives, it's only your father and mother that know that you are in school studying fishes and aquaculture. Your relatives that is in the government and you didn't know. So we must let people know that we are studying fishes and aquaculture. We must make our voice known. Let people know what you do. You must sell yourself. Be proud of what you are doing. So you must be proud of what you are doing. Network by joining professional societies. That will be the last thing I will be speaking about, just briefly. Professional societies. I said it as at my undergraduate level, I was a member to 9 professional societies. There are some that I paid money to join. As a student, you have to pay. There are some I joined, the World Aquaculture Society African chapter. I think they are offering even free membership for students, if I'm right, if it's still available. So there are no professional societies now. Some of these organizations, some of these societies, they take their conferences around campuses. Some will come to your campus, some will come to other campuses. Attend. If it's just to pay 5,000 naira for students, pay, get the certificates. All of these things will be of great advantage to you. Will be of great advantage to your career. So you can start. Okay, the last thing I have here, you can start even as an undergraduate student, you can start a small fish farming. You have the money, you have parents who can assist you, can give you money or from your pocket money. You can save something, you can start. Even if it's not fish farming, there are other value chains. You can begin to get money, to get fish and process. You can also get process, link up with processing centers or whatever. You can get fish to sell to your lecturers, to sell to your mates. You are building a future for yourself in the field. You are building a future for yourselves in the field. So maybe I should be coming to a close. Our time has been fast spent, so that if there are questions, I can just take briefly. But remember your academics. That's why you are in school. You don't look down on your CGPA. You must do well. You must do well. Then self-development. Remember, through internships, through online courses, and then networking. So I see us becoming great in this field in no distant future if we take all of this into action and begin to maximize our studentship. So I wish us all the best. All right. So sorry, I think our moderator, okay, should be joining us. All right, thank you. Madam Eniola have come to the conclusion of. So maybe there are questions. Can you hear me? Please unmute yourself.
All right. Sorry, I was having some kind of network glitch. Please, Mr. Louis, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So thank you very much for this section. Even me being a graduate in the field, I can say that I learned a lot. Like it has given me access to a newer knowledge, a newer understanding of what the field entails. That the miracle that we're expecting might not really come to you, but you just have to walk in that miracle that you vision. So I learned a lot, and I believe every other person that opportunity to join those meetings to have learned a lot of things. So thank you very much that we celebrate you. Thank you for making yourself as an experience that we can share from. So to our viewers and audience, please, in case you have any question, please drop in the in the chat box so we can attend to it. All right, but I don't know if this person is a she or he. J Bar Farms. It says please we send the internship of platform for fisheries and aquaculture societies. Yes, of course we'll look into it. But please, while I that, go back and check the chat box on WhatsApp, the WhatsApp group. You
Yeah, I will
almost
also try
every day
to. Mm.
almost every day our team lead in person of Mr. Okeljo sends opportunity almost every day if I'm not wrong. If it's not every day, then almost every day. So if you've not been active on that group, then that is on you. That is on you. It's not on us again. So go back. We'll try to send as much as possible can be sent and send new ones. But please go back, go and reach check. You select the one that is very much suitable and much more convenient for you. So Mr. K, let me see if we have you. Okay.
Okay,
One
let me
person
just.
is okay. Please, you can answer the question, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I quite understand. How some students try to to prepare for the semester, get money and all of that. But yes, I believe there's still a way you can. Like for futa now, I think in between semesters we used to have almost sometimes 2 months. So if it's just 2 weeks out of that 2 months, you can spare to intern, in an aquaculture related firm. So I don't know if the person is getting me now. No, I quite understand. There are some situations like that. You have to prepare, get money, in some other things, but you can still make up the time. It's about you know what you want, you know what you want to do, you know what you are aiming at. So you can, you know, divide your holidays, you know, to just to ensure. I remember then there are places, the highest time I spent was a month. Before you know, I moved to another place. By before leaving there, I've tapped into, I've made connections, and I've gotten knowledge, I've acquired skills, maybe to sharpen what I've known before, or in other way round. So it's about priority, and then you can divide your holidays. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. So is there, I believe, Mr. Taiwo Samuel, I believe you got the answer you need. I want to believe you got the answers. All
Okay.
right.
Somebody was okay talking about sorry, I think somebody asked question. The reason why I'm just doing this is because of our time. So professional societies that we can join. Yes, I think I mentioned the World Aquaculture Society. We have the African chapter. In fact, we have the West African chapter. I'm not too sure. I will discuss. I will try to link up with the. I think this the present incumbent student director is a Ghanaian, but the past student director happens to be a Nigerian. So I will ask from her to know if the free membership for students is still ongoing. So I will ask. So they are diverse. Even in Nigeria, there we have the here we have the Faison, we have the Faison, we have the ANIFS. ANIFS is the Association of Nigeria Fishery Scientists. You know, there are other, in fact, there are other associations that are related. The Genetic Society of Nigeria has been a member, you know, that part of one of their key areas is also aquaculture. So there are other, there are societies that are worthy of. European Aquaculture Society, one of the international platform is also there that you can maximize. So the situation where someone do internship in small farm, how can someone maximize to get certificates? Yes, I said it, that you must have a global mindset. You can do that, learn from small farms. If they don't have certificate, you get the skills. If that is what is available for you at the moment, even though you are not getting certificate to back up, you get the skills, and then you leverage on online, you know all this fish breeding and all of that. There are also online courses on them that you get certificates, so you can get the hands-on experience from those small farms and leverage on online courses for certifications. And when you have the opportunity to intern in a standard farm that has certificate, you do. But if what is available for you at the moment is those small scale farms, then you make use of it and get the skill. All right. Is there any other question? Okay. Thank you for giving your insight. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. I believe everyone has their question have been able to get the right response they need. And please, before we leave, this is a specific tax. Yes, let me name it tax for all our viewers, especially the undergraduates. Please, after this section, we'll be dropping the YouTube link, a tax. If you are going to send it to your school platform, your WhatsApp group, please don't let us limit this knowledge that we have for ourselves alone. The more we share, the more impact is made in the industry. And as I said earlier, an impact can be made through you to someone that I did not even think it might reach. So when the YouTube link drops, please share it to your school platform, your classmates, your departmental platform, every and any person that you know is related to this field. And as I said earlier, please share it to them so that they can also benefit
I think it must have been
from
a
this
network issue.
industry. Your voice can go a long way for thousands. I'm having some kind of network issue. Guys. course are trying to commit. So please try as much as possible to share the YouTube link. Share it as much as possible. Share on your social media platform. Yes, starting from your LinkedIn. You can share on your LinkedIn and post it on the group. Don't worry. I personally have devoted myself. I'm going to connect with you. So as we drop the YouTube link, share it on all social media platforms. Share it to your WhatsApp group, your departmental group, anywhere and everywhere that you know that fisheries and aquaculture needs to be heard. Share it. And when you share it on your LinkedIn, you can decide, it's not compulsory, but you can decide to share your the link to the LinkedIn posts on our WhatsApp group. Don't worry, I'll be here there waiting for you. Personally, I'm going to connect with you. So that is part of networking that we are talking about. So I think that's all for now, right, Mr. Pelumi?
Yeah, all right. I think I'm seeing. Okay, I think somebody is confirming that there's still 1 year certificate for students. Maybe free membership for students. Maybe that's what he's trying to say, but you will not be under any chapter. I think I'm trying to. So please, Mr. Maybe Femi Favor 27, please, if you have any other information, kindly help us send it to the link to the group for others to maximize. So and then I think he is also asking, currently I'm going to 400 level where will be posted to different farms for sideways. But my question is that is it possible to request for certificate from those farms? If it's a farms that have something like that, you can request for it. And just like I said, if they don't have, just focus on the skills, then leverage on online courses and get certification. Then when the opportunity comes for you to intern in a internship, but just like I said, I'm still under internship. Even with all my years of experiences, I'm still learning. So when the opportunity comes for you to intern in a standard farm that has certification, then you do that. But don't, because that a farm does not have a that standard and you say you are not learning from there. Get the skills and the skill will remain to be part of you. Thank you. So that's all from my end, Madam Eniola. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I hope we all have a great week ahead. Remember, this week, an impact must be made. Make sure you make an impact in fisheries and aquaculture field and beyond. As we all say, self-development. As you are making impact, please don't neglect yourself. Don't neglect your mental health. Don't neglect your physical health. Develop yourself, not just in one field, but all the way around. So, thank you very much. Have a wonderful night's rest ahead and a blessed week ahead. So, see you at the top.
All right. Thank you. And you too. You have a wonderful night.